Welcome to the DLJ Direct Gotham Cup here at Giant Stadium in New Jersey. I'm Mike Hill. Well, tonight it's the championship decider. Fiorentina against Aston Villa. This 4-team tournament got underway on Friday. These are the two teams who have made it through from the semi-finals. Well, Aston Villa got off to a great start against Ajax. They took an early 2-0 lead. Ajax came back, and in the end, Aston Villa needed penalties to go through to the final. As for Fiorentina, at times they struggled against a very good Panathinaikos side, but in the end run out comfortable winners by 3-0. So it's Aston Villa against Fiorentina. Aston Villa looking to get their season underway. It starts in a couple of weeks. Fiorentina will be involved also in Championships League deciders also in 2 weeks' time. When we return, we'll join our commentators, John Paul Della Camera and Tommy Smith.
Welcome back, everyone, to Giant Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's the DLJ Direct Gotham Cup Championship match. It features Fiorentina versus Aston Villa with Tommy Smith. I'm John Paul Della Camera, and a lot of people expecting a great final. This is what they're playing for. The Gotham Cup trophy made of crystal. The winner gets to hoist that at the end of the day. And fans coming to watch number 9, Batistuta. He's a player that they watch not only in Serie A, but throughout the world, and even here in the New York, New Jersey area.
Well, the reason why they watch him is he's played 213 games in Serie A. He scored 129 goals. And he has a fairly good strike partner with him as well. Somebody who can score goals. Chiesa, he scored 70 goals in Serie A. Look at this one here. And that one was against Panathinaikos on Friday night.
And Batistuta will have more help tonight when you check out the lineups, because they've added Mijanovic, who did not play the other night.
Well, that's quite a strike force, isn't it? Mijanovic, Batistuta, and Chiesa. And Rui Costa comes in, the international from Portugal, wearing the number 10. Delivio coming across from Juventus. And Repke comes in, the Czech Republic's hard man at the back, wearing number 2.
And there's the man that leads the team. He's won 8 titles before, 6 of them with one team with Juventus. That's Giovanni Trapattoni, one of the best coaches in the world. He and his side must worry about some key players up front for Aston Villa. Joachim's one of them.
Well, he certainly is very strong. He knows how to throw his weight around. He can chip in with a couple of goals, and he scored a brilliant goal here on Friday night. And a strike partner, well, there's no question about his ability to score goals. Dion Dublin has great moves. He has great finishing, runs into good spaces, and when he gets there, he knows what to do. He slips the ball on home. Well, Southgate is going to be the captain. He's going to be the man at the back. Wright loves to push up along the side. Watson's coming in. He didn't play on Friday night. And the new man, Boateng, is in there wearing number 8. Very tough.
So the head coach of this Aston Villa squad, John Gregory, made only the one change. Watson is in, and he replaces Delaney, who played very well on Friday night. Tim Whalen from Major League Soccer, the man in the middle. Major League Soccer officials gaining some valuable experience with this weekend's games, watching 4 class teams from around the world. With Fiorentina and Aston Villa and Ajax and Panathinaikos. We're set for action. We're underway in the whites. It is Aston Villa. Fiorentina are in purple. Playing up on the left side, Alan Wright. He had a strong game the other night. Fiorentina looking for it. Watch for Repke. That's one change at the back. Number 2, such a hard defender.
Well, he's so hard that he didn't start Euro 96 for the Czech Republic, and because he was suspended for the first 2 games, JP decided not to put him on. So he takes a lot of cards. He took a lot of cards last year in Serie A his first year.
On the attack, Aston Villa going right at Fiorentina. They'll play it wide to the right. A bending ball inside, and Toto's got it. It was intended for Dion Dublin, who applauded the effort of that cross.
Well, once you get it across in the middle, Toldo's very, very tall. You got to get a lot of height. You got to swing it back from him.
Off the right throw in. That's Thompson playing it back to Southgate, the captain. They'll play it wide to the right side. Ian Taylor's in the middle. Now Thompson.
Well, Thompson's a man nobody thought would ever play football again, JP. 17 years of age. He broke 7 bones in his neck and came back to be a good footballer. I mean, that's really sticking in there when the goal got tough.
Batistuta chases that ball, but it's cleared away. Up the right side. Watson. Joachim plays it back. Pushed wide by Wright. Here's Thompson looking to cross it, and he does. Toldo! It was almost headed towards his own goal. Repka. It'll be a corner.
Well, Toldo and Repka not really on the one page there as that ball came across. It looked like it should have been Toldo's ball, but...
First quarter coming up. Aston Villa with Thompson putting it down. Alan Thompson, second year here.
It's the man that shouldn't be playing football, but it's turned out to be a good one.
Right to the middle. Headed out of the box. Brought down. Ahiogu to Boateng. Taylor. Boateng. And then wide to the right it goes. Looking for the seam. Boateng will give it up. Dion Dublin on the turn. He'll play it back. Some good initial passing from Aston Villa. Now it's Thompson with a step over. Some great footwork. Thompson's there. A left-footed shot. What a deceptive one that was. But Tolo's there.
Oh, what a couple of nice moves by Thompson. He'd taken on Delivio, and Delivio wasn't going for any of his moves, but Thompson eventually faked him out of it. Look at Delivio, looking him right in the eye for a long time. Stands his ground, but watch this move by Thompson. Pulls it back onto the left foot, and then off the side of the foot. Watch this, very deceptive move, and he almost beats Toldo. Toldo has to reach to the end of his height to get to that one. Great move by Thompson.
Back in the live action, it's Chiesa after the ball. Instead, Wright plays it back.
Well, Wright, Southgate, and Ahiogu are going to be the three at the back. Southgate will have the job of taking care of Batistuta.
Watson to Taylor, number 7.
Watson is playing on the outside of midfield on the right-hand side, and he does drop back a little bit. At times it makes it a 4 for Aston Villa, but basically to go with just 3.
Thompson holds shy of the halfway line, then he gives it away. Mijanovic, a huge addition during the offseason. Now Rui Costa, number 10. Portugal international, he'll give it away. Barry was back there, so was Ahiogu. Federini was playing around with it at the back with Rosito. Rosito, number 4, in his first year with this team. Repka gives it up. Rui Costa. Repka more of a central defender, but they've got him playing on the right side here today.
Well, you know, Trapattoni has so many different ways that he plays defense, and he will interchange them. He will bring them in and out. We saw it against the Panathinaikos game. He moves the defenders around a lot.
Here's Rui Costa. Delivio back to Repka. 5 is Panalino. He'll send it into space for Chiesa. He headed it, but James is right there.
Well, that was a slow build-up from the back, and all of a sudden, Chiesa's in on the end of the ball. I spoke to Trapattoni. Trapattoni figures that Chiesa is the last piece of the puzzle. He doesn't have any more parts of the puzzle to go. He said Chiesa is the man. And look at how quickly he gets onto the ball. The score of 70 goals in his career in Serie A, just coming across from Parma, but James was there.
Push to the back. Cleared by Southgate. Watson. Picked up. Taken over by Betterini. Panalino. Playing in that central defender's role. Sends it long. He looks for Batistuta. Ahiogu will chase it down for Watson. Into space it goes. Joachim will chase it, but it's going to be set back to Toldo. Nearly 6 minutes gone in the scoreless first half. This is the title match of the Gotham Cup.
Well, Toldo, 33 games last year. He gave up 39 goals. This would be a game, you'd imagine that Fiorentina would be favourite, but the way Aston Villa played on the Friday night against Ajax, I thought they were impressive until they ran out of steam, which is something that we'll be watching for today too, because they're certainly not going to like the heat down there. It's probably close to 100 degrees on the pitch.
Panalino. Into space it comes. Mijanovic bounced off one tackler and then went down. The referee Whalen thinks that he embellished it. Back The other way comes Aston Villa. Gary pulls it up. Thompson. Thompson gets it back. Boateng.
Boateng, Aston Villa face an inquiry when they go back to England.
Fiorentina coming back, defending. They'll let that one go out. It's going to be their ball.
And the reason why they're saying that Dion Dublin helped poach Boateng from Coventry. Of course, Dion Dublin, number 9, originally came across from Coventry, and they're saying that he helped Boateng, and he helped Aston Villa obtain Boateng, and there's going to be an inquiry by the FA in England next week over the whole situation. They're looking into it. Boateng made his debut here on Friday night.
Toldo will give it up. Adelino's there. This team will always play through the number 10, Rui Costa, and then they'll look for Batistuta. In this case, it's Mijanovic, though. Boy, if you're the defense going up against Fiorentina each week, you got to worry about 3, 4 players.
Yeah, when you look at the bench, you have Balbo there. He played so well on Friday night, and Delivio, a little toy soldier, has become more than a toy soldier anymore. He certainly throws his weight around nowadays. You're going to see what happens as you see him coming in here. Comes a little bit late on Dion Dublin, gets a touch on him. There's the second one, knocks him down.
Knocked down a much bigger Dion Dublin, drawing that foul.
Huge surprise with Delivio coming across from Juventus after a few great seasons there.
Right. Thompson, back for right, who's open. Settles it, now finds Boateng, the former under-21 Holland captain. Boateng will have a go, but that's going to be high and wide of Toldo.
Well, Boateng's knocking a big Toldo from out there, and you can hear some of the crowd giving him a little bit of a razzing.
Francesco Toldo in his 7th year with Fiorentina. He's a former under-21 international and a current member of the Italian national team. Won by Batistuta for Chiesa. He's got Delivio behind him if he wants him. Oh, good work with Ian Batistuta. Rosito. Petterini. Fabio Rosito broken up. They'll try it again. Push back to Rui Costa. Rui Costa's ball for Delivio. Knocked down. Settle Batistuta's back here. Rui Costa trying to play it through, but no one made the run.
Well, that's what happens in pre-season when you're not used to playing one run or another. But during the season, we've seen Rui Costa. He would generally be akin to firing off shots. Doesn't do a lot of shooting, but last year he changed his style completely. Look at this back here. Rui Costa coming. Should have had a goal right there, but instead he plays it into the box, and there's nothing there, any white shirts.
Aston Villa with Ian Taylor playing it wide for Watson. Watson not as adventurous so far as the player he replaced the other night, Delaney. A bending ball in front, no one there to run it down for Aston Villa. Here's Delivio. Holding, being chased by Wright. Adelino.
Probably the two smallest men in the field clashing there, Delivio and Wright. We saw Wright on Friday night, JP. He loves to drift into the corner, swing the ball across. Very, very fast.
Thompson from Joachim. Here's Thompson's shot. That was a bullet, but it was high. Alan Thompson, in his 2nd year with his team, got it all. He scored 2 goals last year.
Well, he cost him $4 million coming across from Newcastle, and this time he's left wide open. Look at everybody's moving back from him. Repka's moving back. He has a lot of net to shoot it, and he just bangs it wide. They're saying it was deflected. I didn't see any deflection on it. Look at how much room he had, and the big shot just wide.
Back live, it's cleared. Chested down. Hyogo. Aston Villa controlling it. Looking to stretch that Fiorentina defense with a quick change. You can hear him calling for it. It's coming all the way to the near side. Delivio read it well, beating right to the ball.
Well, that's the move we talked about, where Wright drives towards the corner flag, but Delivio obviously seen the game Friday night and knew what was coming.
In the 12th minute, it's Wright. Not a good enough ball for the intended target, Thompson. Adelino. Repka.
The name Padalino Diesel, he just can't go on all night. But one of the problems that Fiorentina had against Panathinaikos was JP, they're not just as familiar with the system as they should be, so they were caught out a couple of times at the back.
They were outshot big time, 19-9 in that game. But in the shots on goal, they had a one-shot on goal edge.
I just need that chair back at halftime.
Boateng gave it up to Watson. They'll play into Thompson. They're going through more of Thompson tonight than they were the other night. Flag was up on Aston Villa. Here's Rui Costa. Mijatovic from Real Madrid. Can't get through. Thompson will play it back for Watson. And Watson makes the run upfield. He's got help on the right. Boateng for Watson. Watson looks to cross. He will. A driving ball. Rupka headed it away. Dion Dublin was in the area where it's most dangerous.
Well, that time Rupka did push into the middle, JP, where you said he was used to playing, and Olivia was outside of him making the 4.
Thompson can't get through. Rui Costa stopped it. Rui Costa's got the ball. He had 10 goals last year, by far his best goal-scoring record in Serie A. He finds Chiesa. Batistuta runs with him. Enrico Chiesa, the former Parma star, and he pulled up.
Oh, he injured himself, did he, or did he just fall down?
Oh, I think he got hurt. He pulled up and went down.
Yeah, it looked like the right ankle.
Almost looked like it gave way. From up here, I didn't see any contact. Let's see.
Well, let's see what happens here as Chiesa goes for the ball. He's going for the ball right there. He's going for it. He's still going, and there. He controls the ball all right. There's where he makes the turn there. When he makes the turn, you can see he limps. When he turns, JP, once he makes the turn, here it is. Once he goes to turn, there it is. You can see the foot bend, the right foot bend just underneath him, just from about the toes.
And he's going to try to shake it off. Spent some $15 million to get him. What a huge signing it was. He was one of the keys for Parma and their success over the last few years.
Well, he scored a goal in their UEFA Cup final victory this year when they beat the Marseille from France 3-0. He scored one of the goals.
When you're playing 2 games as well in 3 nights, you want to be sure. The magic spray, and if you know the language, you can do your own translation at home.
Yeah, I think he said it hurt. That's what I got out of it anyhow.
Sometimes your translations are very good. Batistuta on the throw-in. He's trying to shake it off.
I think Chiesa's finished. I don't think he's going to come back on again. It looks like he's heading towards the bench.
He's walking that way. Fiorentina do have a sub up. Ball played long by Aston Villa. It's a long run. Well, Boateng did well to get up to that ball. Knocked out. It's still going to be longer than. That was a great run. Off the quick throw in. Fiorentina are a man down. Chiesa wants to come back in.
Trapattoni has given him the okay to go back in, although they're still looking around. I'm not sure they're 100% convinced that Chiesa should go back in. Oh, there he's going back in.
He's going to gut it out. It's preseason. They're looking for the trophy. And he wants to show something to his new coach as well. Boateng leaves it off. Thompson! Again, the velocity, it's there, but he's off target.
Well, what's happening is that Fiorentina are backing in a little bit, and they're allowing a lot of room outside. Watch as this ball is knocked out. Look at all the defenders in the box. Wright is in a position there, but look at, here's Thompson. Not a sign of a blue shirt around him. He's wide open again. He should have buried that one.
I didn't even see the deflection live, but you can see it there in the replay. It was ever so slight. Here is Thompson on the corner. Right to the far side, and just missing it was Boateng, who slipped through.
Well, Boateng is certainly going to help out this team, and I'm not sure there'll be any repercussions about what happened. Himself and Dublin supposed to be very good friends, but Gregory has denied anything happening between the two. Well, you're going to see a situation inside. A lot of the players are moving back. Fiorentina moving back in. Boateng is stretching onto this one. Just can't get a touch onto it. Mijatovic coming back to make sure. I think he is going to come off, JP.
Rui Costa with it. On the right flank. He makes his run. Right is with him. D'Oliveo's cross. Kicked up and over. Mijanovic came sneaking through. You can see Chiesa is still limping.
Well, Chiesa looks like he's coming out.
Yeah.
Young man, he served his time as a plumber when he was 15 years of age. Didn't realize he was going to be able to make a living playing football. He doesn't want to come out.
I'm looking down on the sideline. I don't see anybody like up right there ready to come in just yet. Oaken was warming up. I didn't see anybody by the fourth official when I looked down.
Well, Trapattoni has Ocon. They're definitely getting him ready.
Off that throw in. Aston Villa have it. Barry sending it all the way across. Watson does well to keep that one in play. Steve Watson gave it up into the middle. Now it's Ian Taylor. Ian Taylor in his 6th year with this team. Boateng in only his 2nd game. Watson. Joachim plays it outside. Possession for Aston Villa, looking for the game's first goal. We're in the 18th minute. Into the middle, Southgate way upfield. One fake, now he'll play it wide. Aston Villa want to settle now. They'll find a seam to Watson. He can't beat either defender. Betharini. And now Fiorentina will play the long ball. Rui Costa for Batistuta. David James is out. And he cleared it away from Batistuta. He has to win that ball.
Well, that's the danger of Rui Costa. I mean, he can thread a needle from any distance.
Rui Costa on the ball.
You know, the World Youth Championship with a man who used to coach here. Kiros coached the Metro Stars on this very ground, and he was Rui Costa's coach in '91 when Portugal won.
Rui Costa again on the ball. He had Chiesa open. He bends it. Mijanovic in behind the defense. Shot on goal. Fiorentina leads on a Mijanovic score.
Well, I think if you send it, Rui Costa can thread a needle from a long way out, and that's exactly what he did here. Right through as Mijanovic comes racing through. You may remember him. He scored a goal for Real Madrid to win the Champions League 2 years ago. This time he just nails it by David James. Beautiful run. Tremendous pass by Rui Costa. Right onto the foot of Mijanovic, and there's the bulge in the old onion bag as he puts it away. But look at Rui Costa. The defenders fail to close him down. That's picture perfect. Right onto the foot of Mijanovic, and he just hammers it in. Look at James's reaction. All he can do is look back at it.
He's going up against a great finisher, and that time the goal scorer beats him. Mijanovic came here in a $9 million transfer from Real Madrid. Only 5 goals last year. We'll watch him click with this team. Oaken, while we were away on those replays, is coming in for Chiesa. Here's a look at the Australian international. From the right side. Into the box. D'Olivio will clear. Barry. Mijanovic gets the goal in the 19th minute. Rui Costa sets the table for him. Here's Barry. First time in this Gotham Cup competition that Aston Villa has trailed. They led Ajax, you may recall, Friday night 2-0. Had to go to penalty kicks to win it.
Well, they're depending on coming down the middle an awful lot more today than they did against Ajax. Against Ajax, they used the flanks very well. They haven't really resorted to that at all tonight, and I think it's cost them so far.
Thompson almost gave it away to Mijanovic, and this one rolls out of play.
Well, you're going to see the situation. Look at Rui Costa. Just measures it perfectly. Mijanovic timing it. James. Oh, James has something to prove this year, coming across from Liverpool.
Now, neither Rui Costa nor Mijanovic played in their first game earlier against Panathinaikos. Didn't train all that well. They were nursing some minor injuries, we were told. But they're looking fine and fit here tonight. On that collision, Boateng is still down. Tim Whalen comes over to have a chat.
Well, Mijatovic has won a championship in Spain. He's won one in Yugoslavia, and now he's hoping to win one in Italy. Of course, he's won the Champions League with Real Madrid as well.
Well, wherever he's gone at the club level, he has scored a goal for just about every 2 games he has played. Just last year was an off year for him, goal-scoring-wise.
Well, even you look when he was with Valencia, 104 games, 56 goals.
Into the box, right at Tolo on the free kick.
What happened to that rule where the goalkeeper can only hold the ball, what, 5 to 6 seconds?
Well, it's not enforced really at any level. We never see it called. Stutton plays it back. Gillivan. Now Repka. Fiorentina leads 1-0 on a Mijatovic goal from Rui Costa. Fiorentina were looking for more, but it's broken up. Boateng plays it back. There's Thompson from Southgate. Young Dublin pushes it back. Garrett Berry into space. Repka calling for Toldo to help him out. Finally, that works.
Toldo, 168 games in Serie A. He's given up 211 goals. Stefan Repka just having a little bit of trouble here today. They're just not on the same page. Nothing major, but a few little things happening down there that shouldn't be.
Right. Couldn't go back to his goalkeeper because Batistuta was there, clogging up that space. Cito tries to bounce off the Boateng challenge. He draws the foul. Fiorentina's free kick will start from way back where Tim Whalen is. You're watching the DLJ Direct Gotham Cup from Giant Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Only one goal. That was Mijatovic, a beauty. In the 19th minute from Rui Costa. Pass was probably as good as, if not better, than the goal, than the shot itself. Here's Rui Costa. And it's taken away.
Rui has his autobiography out now. 10 out of 10 for Florence. That pass would help sell a few more of them to show it back in Italy.
Taylor will switch to Berry. Garrett Berry into space on the left. Intended for Thompson. That's knocked out. Aston Villa's ball.
Repka's taken much closer attention than Thompson now.
Alan Wright had the game winner in terms of penalty kicks the other night. They'll play it back. Switch to the right to Watson. Watson holds. Ian Taylor. Watson looking to get it, but instead Fiorentina will take it over. Some hard work there from Taylor and Watson. Aston Villa recovers. Dublin. Play continues. No whistles. Watson may have a go himself. Instead, he'll play it wider. Long cross. Right. Heads it across, and there was nobody there. Not a good cross, by the way, from Wright.
Well, Wright was coming to it, and he couldn't control the ball. But it was good build-up by Aston Villa. They did very well even to get into that position. It looked like they had given the ball up on the far side.
Berry goes long. Maybe a chance here. Joachim waits for help. Going wide of Tola. Thompson right across again. And instead, Fiorentina will take it over. Vetterini from the halfway line, 26th minute.
I know that Fiorentina got out of that situation, but I'm not sure Trapattoni can be very happy with the kind of space that Aston Villa players are getting in there, even when the ball's dropped in behind the defenders.
And they're getting too much time, Aston Villa is, on all these crosses from both sides. Here's Dublin. Thompson. And now Wright. Southgate leads it to the right side. Ian Taylor from Ihiogu. Back for Southgate, the English international, to Berry. And Thompson. 27th minute. Fiorentina leads 1-0. Flag goes up on this near side on number 10, Julian Jochen. This was a player to watch the other night.
Villa's been the only club he's ever played with. He's from Kettering. Good combination. He has good understanding with himself in Dublin. If they get Robbie Keane, they're after Robbie Keane, the young Irish international from Wolves, looking £7 million.
Here's Toldo playing it long. You want about the Stuth. He was held down by Ihiogu. No way for Batigol to leap for that ball.
Oh, Batigol hasn't really been much involved in the game here. Friday night we saw visions of what he can do. Missed a couple of good opportunities.
Only credited with one shot the other night for Batistuta, but several bad touches. This is Batistuta. He'll smack it hard, but over the bar. Sometimes he lets Rui Costa take those, but many times he'll take them and he can score from that range.
Well, he gets a good drive on the ball, but he doesn't get it close to the target. Comes from way deep. Just going to try to power it in by James. Questions about James as Batistuta is going for that corner. James in 26 games last year for Liverpool, he gave up 34 goals.
Had a bit of a problem, didn't he, Friday night with some rebounds?
Yeah, he didn't make any major mistakes, but he certainly looked very nervous on the ball.
Rui Costa gives it up on the left. Mijanovic with one goal, holds it. Nice ball to the middle, played back outside. Some quality touches there for Fiorentina. Giving it back to Rui Costa, who runs the show to Delivio. Settled by Rosito. Oken gives it back to Rosito. Rui Costa gives it up. Oh, you can hear it. Southgate levels Batistuta.
Well, the referee was standing right beside him. He could have felt it if there had been a foul, but he decided to play on that Southgate got all ball. Batistuta didn't agree, but when did you ever see Batistuta and a referee agree, JP?
It's not often. Here's Watson. Slowing it down now for Villa. Strikes it with authority to the left for right. Same deal as he goes across for Dublin. Now to Watson. Aston Villa pushing several players forward. Boateng settles it. Finds the open man. Nicely done to Taylor. Now to right. Fiorentina scrambling back, getting some bodies back there behind the ball. Barry. Taylor. Ihiogu. Feeling the pressure.
I'll tell you one thing, it takes something to pressure Ihiogu, one of the strongest players that plays in any league. And this is good possession by Aston Villa, but they're not putting any pressure on the defenders. Then you give it away, it's all wasted.
Oken will replace the injured Chiesa. Right side, Rui Costa broken up. Right did the job defensively, coming back, helping out Taylor.
Well, Oken would like this to be a year that he makes the big comeback. He's been out for a long time with an injury, the Australian.
He's missed almost 2 full years when you figure out how many games he's played in over that stretch. Knee problems. This is Oken. In a space. Mijanovic and Batistuta. Who wants it? Now Thompson brings it down for Watson. Steve Watson, the former Newcastle United player, spent about 8 years there, 91 through 98.
Watson looks like he's starting to run out of steam a little bit. We didn't see him at all on Friday night, and it's very early in the training season. Aston Villa don't play until August 7th is their first game in the Premiership, so they've had only a few training spins under the belt. Spoke to them and they can't believe how hot it gets.
Southgate out of the back. The long ball effort towards right. Delivio won it and headed it down for Toldo. There's Angelo Delivio helping out defensively. For our international audience only, you'll see more of Fiorentina next Saturday when they take on Udinese as the Italian Summer Series begins. Check your local listings for the time in your area. The Italian season getting started, the regular season, at the very end of August.
Well, you know, there's nobody maps out defense as well as Trapattoni does, and he obviously saw the danger with Wright on Friday night, and he is using Delivio to close him down, as Trapattoni had it all figured out. Wright, he knew, was going to drive towards that corner flank, so he just clamped Delivio in there and told him, you take care of Wright. Sometimes you can go forward, you can go forward sometimes.
He's one of the best coaches in the world. He's got the medals to prove it. All the way back it goes to Panalino. Fabio Rosito. Fiorentina advancing. They've got a 1-0 lead. Keeping it on the ground for Batistuta. Now for Delivio. Right defends on him. It's wider for Repka. Delivio to Rui Costa. Trying to switch. Fabio Rosito. All open. And Aston Villa just doing some chasing for the moment. Rui Costa's ball to the right. Finds Batistuta wide. Now to Delivio. Batigol strikes it and gave it away.
Well, not a very good attempt by Batigol. Delivio pushing up a little bit. Just one of the man who won 3 Scudetos with Juventus, Champions League with them. Ends up coming across to Fiorentina now. Trapattoni obviously has big plans for him.
They spent the least amount of money transfer-wise to get Delivio, but he could turn into their better bargain. Watson. The word on Chiesa is a right ankle sprain. That's why he is out. Didn't last too long in this one. Here's Berry. Right. Taylor looks off Dion Dublin. Thompson settles. Trying to spin around Fabio Rosito. Thompson's ball cleared by Delivio. Batistuta near the halfway line. Here's open. 35th minute. Fiorentina leads 1-0 on a Mijanovic goal. Mijanovic. Batistuta. Back for Mijanovic. He holds. Leads it. Batistuta went down. Penalty kick, says Tim Whalen. In the 35th minute.
Good combination between Mijanovic and Batistuta. Batistuta falls as well as anybody, although he does get a little bit of a push here from Gareth Southgate. Watch this, just the neatest little pull on the jersey. Batistuta gets up, he wants the penalty kick, and the referee agrees.
And Batistuta will take this against David James. On the referee's whistle. Batistuta, go! Bally goal!
There's a sign for him, and he scored goals no matter where he's been. Newell's Old Boy, River Plate, Boca Juniors, Fiorentina, and this is just a good, well-struck penalty kick. The goalkeeper had no chance, rising away from him. David James went to his right. Batistuta puts a top shot up into the corner, and David James, all he can do is wave at it as it goes by. Look at that, he goes to his right, and the ball is just a rocket up into the top left-hand corner. Batistuta's happy. He missed a couple Friday night, but he finally gets on the scoreboard.
You know, even if David James guesses right, that's a tough ball to stop up in the upper corner like that. Gabriel Batistuta on the penalty kick in the 36th minute. The textbook PK. And no way for David James to stop that. Again, even if he guesses right.
Well, David James shouldn't feel bad. There's a lot of goalkeepers being beaten by Batistuta over the years.
And James will get to play it. That's one of the greatest goal scorers in the world, Gabriel Batistuta, club level or internationally.
Number 94, the first 11 games, he scored 11 goals in the first 11 games in Serie A. A goal every game.
Here's Southgate. So Aston Villa, who led 2-0 against Ajax in the first game on Friday night, now find themselves trailing by that same score here in the somewhat latter stages of the first half. We're in the 37th minute now.
Well, they've had a good bit of possession, but they haven't managed to do anything with it. I mean, they just haven't been fit to find a way through the Fiorentina defense, although there has been times when there's been quite a bit of space out there.
Alan Wright gives it up. Ehiogu, Watson, and Thompson. Fabio Rosito defends, so does Rui Costa. Ian Taylor on the turnaround.
I'd like to sneak Gareth Barry in. He's trying to sneak up on the left-hand side, JP. Is a wicked shot inside of the box. A little bit wide out there to be shooting.
They wanted to set up a given goal, but that was tenacious defending by Repka. He wouldn't allow it. Rui Costa defends there and did a little jersey pulling of his own. Watson into space, good run. Joachim cuts it inside. He wants a handball, penalty kick there too. Penalty kick on that handball in the box. Aston Villa will have a chance to get right back into this game.
Panathinaikos, the man who's guilty of the handball, not even arguing. He's telling Tolda exactly what happened. Watch what happens here. Is he coming across and does he get the touch on it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he knocks it down. Yep.
And credit too to Tim Whalen, the referee, on both penalty kicks. No hesitation. He made the call right to the spot. From our angle, we couldn't see him touch the ball clearly, but you could see it there in the replay. Dion Dublin. Dublin is ready. Shot. Save. Toldo. Trapattoni's expression never changed on that save.
Watch the shot. Good save by Toldo, although Dublin hits it very, very close to him. Toldo has it figured out which way Dion Dublin's going to go, so Toldo goes across to his right, and the ball is almost hit right into his path. Dion Dublin didn't hit it very well. He got a lot of power on it. Very bad placement, but good read by the keeper. That was Aston Villa's opportunity to get back in. Look at the eyes. He knows which way he's going.
Fiorentina up 2-0. And then they stop the penalty kick besides. Into the box it comes. Batistuta in the air, wanted a foul call. All the way upfield. Joachim with his great speed. Wide open in the box was Boateng, but he never got the supply of the ball. He was wide open on the break, too.
Batterini did a pretty good job of getting his body in there. Some of the crowd were appealing for a handball again. Boateng was a little bit slow getting the ball across.
From Giant Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, this is the DLJ Direct Gotham Cup. There are your goal scorers, Mijanovic and Batistuta. Toldo stopping Dion Dublin on a penalty kick. Otherwise, Aston Villa had a chance to get right back in. Here's Batistuta with an easy save. It's David James.
Well, Batistuta may have got poked in the eye. You see him holding on to his face, but decided to have a go. David James came up with the easy save.
The Southgate pass finds Watson. Ehiogu. 3 at the back for Aston Villa. Southgate's the man in the middle. Right on the left at the halfway line. Wright holds up. He's defended by Oaken. Some space here. And Ehiogu plays it up. Again, Boateng's open, but they're not using him right now. Watson is in. Tripped outside of the box.
Oh, I'm not sure he was tripped. I thought he stood on the ball. Referee obviously doesn't agree with me. Let's see what happens here as he's coming inside. Here's he's making his move here. He may get a little bit of a pull. Yeah, maybe he was tripped from behind. Batterini coming back, got a touch on him.
Watson and Boateng on that far side. Here's the shot. Same total. There was a rebound. Cleared out. And it should be another corner kick on the other side. Total's angry.
I think it was cleared as a touch. He's actually only going to get a throw. Or is he going to give him a corner kick out of it? No, I think it's only a throw. I don't think that ball went behind the byline.
No, you're right. I thought it just made it. Total was upset that that ball went through. Here's Barry. Intended for Dion Dublin. Fiorini feeling the pressure. Boateng steals. And then he lost it. Good recovery by Fiorini, who had lost the ball. Catalino's clearance. Dion Dublin is wide. Boateng and Taylor. And Watson in the 43rd minute. Thompson to right. Thompson keeps it on the ground wide. Taylor. Right across, deflected out. Mijatovic takes a look upfield. Finds Rui Costa. Batistuta makes the run. Batistuta from Rui Costa. Mijatovic makes a run as well. Batigo, a couple of cuts. Taken away from behind.
Oh, Barry did a nice job of tracking back. Gareth Southgate held Batistuta up long enough. The counter looked like it was working perfection, and Barry came back and took it away from Batistuta.
Dion Dublin. Push back right at the halfway line. He'll find a teammate on the right. Taylor pushes back. Ehiogu in his 9th year with his team. All the way across field. Delivio knotted it down for Rui Costa in the 44th minute. Flag goes up. I thought a tad late.
Well, you're going to see what happens to Batistuta. Look at Southgate. Does a good job of holding him up. Batistuta's trying to fake him out, and here comes Barry into your picture. The youngster nipping back. Captain of the English under-18 team, the under-21 team. This is a young player with a lot of potential, JP. Read that nicely, didn't he?
And if you're taking on Batistuta one-on-one, you got to hope to hold him, contain him until help comes. It's a tough assignment to play a guy like Batistuta who can turn on you on either side. Fiorentina will play it out of the back coming up at halftime. Highlights from the Fiorentina-Panathinaikos matchup that was played on Friday, and our first half highlights here. Fiorentina won that match 3-0. We're in the final minute of the first half. We're waiting word on stoppage time. Repka. Catalino. Now Rui Costa. Fiorentina want to make sure they can keep this 2-goal lead going into the locker room at halftime. Or maybe extend it. David James comes out to intercept the Oaken feed. He wanted Mijatovic.
Oh, Mijatovic giving the thumbs up as we find out a minute. It's going to be added on.
So it's going to roll all the way out over the sideline. Throw in coming up. Batistuta had the goal of the penalty kick. Mijatovic had the earlier one. Fiorentina leads by 2. After it was a 2-0 lead, Tolo stopped the penalty kick from Dion Dublin. Boateng for right. All the way across field. That's picked off by Fiorini. We're in stoppage time. Fiorentina leads by 2. Here's Barry. Aston Villa trying to strike and get back into the game before the half comes to a close. Here's Watson to Taylor. Boateng. In the air, Southgate and Batistuta push and hold one another, and they call that one on Southgate. Free kick coming up for Fiorentina. 3rd place last year, 5th the year before, 9th a couple years before that, so they continue to get closer to the top in Serie A. 11 fouls so far in this first half, and as it's played back, that'll do it for time. Fiorentina have a big 2-0 lead at the half.
Well, it's a huge 2-0 lead, and I would say that Aston Villa has had more possession, but Fiorentina took care of the chances that they got, and Aston Villa created a few, but weren't fit to put one in the net, and that's been the big difference here, including the penalty kick miss.
Mijatovic scored the first goal. He walks up with Batistuta. In fact, the two goal scorers walk off side by side. Rui Costa helped set the table earlier on that goal by Mijatovic. So Fiorentina have a 2-0 lead over Aston Villa here in the first half. You're watching the DLJ Direct Gotham Cup. This is the championship match. The winner gets the Crystal Trophy and respect for winning this tournament. 2-0 Fiorentina at halftime. Here's a guy everybody would like to sign, but he cost plenty of money. You got to give Batistuta a lot of credit, though. He's had a chance to go out on the transfer market and leave and play anywhere.
Well, you know, that was one of the things that got him a lot of respect, as we see, looks like Almo signing autographs down there. But Batistuta, when Fiorentina went down to Serie B, Batistuta still stayed with them. In fact, in Serie B, he scored a few goals down there. But if you look at his totals, I mean, 145 goals he scored in Italy. Just a brilliant goal scorer.
5 goals in the World Cup for Argentina. Did not play in Copa America this time around, and maybe that's part of the reason why he looked not as usual fit self the other night. His first touch was very awkward on many occasions.
Oh, you see David James there giving a little bit of an encouragement to Ian Taylor coming out there.
We're looking to see if either team, Tommy, has made any changes as we get ready to start the second half. If you're a newcomer to the Gotham Cup, we can tell you that they allow 5 subs per team in this competition. And it's been very helpful, A, because it's preseason for these teams, and B, because it's been so incredibly hot in the New York, New Jersey area the last couple of nights. Temperatures over 100 degrees in the field.
Well, we saw a thermometer yesterday during the MLS game, and it was 110 down on the field.
Already see one change at least for Aston Villa. Mark Draper, number 14, is out there. We'll check and see if there are others, and we can see them now. Another change out there as well. Looks like Mark Delaney maybe on. We'll double check.
Well, I was surprised that Delaney didn't get the start tonight. He played very well in the game against Ajax. Then on the right side of the defense, pushing forward and did a lot of attacking. Youngster from Wales, Welsh B international.
Here is Mijatovic as the second half is underway. Bedrini going long, right, chesting it down for David James. James will roll it to the right side. And that's going up the wing. Ehiogu was there. Out of play it goes. Ehiogu, a rock back there for his side. He's 26 years old, yet 9 years with his team, formerly with West Bromwich Albion. Off that throw in. Catalino has the 1 yellow card. He was called for the handball in the box and set up the PK for Dion Dublin, and Tolo stopped it. Draper.
They'd like to get Draper involved, JP. He only played 13 games last year with an injury, so they're trying to get him back. They got him from Notts County originally. Actually, he was with Notts County, went to Leicester, and then they got him from Leicester.
Foul by Padalino. Free kick coming up for Aston Villa. Trying to get back into this game, and they need a goal to do it. Right to Henry. Lee Henry, one of those who subbed on here in the second half. Taylor. Let's see Boateng out there. Here is Taylor. Ridden off the ball. Mijatovic, who scored the game's first goal, leads Batistuta. He's in the box. The shot. Back they go. 3-0 Fiorentina.
What the crowd came to see, and that's exactly what he does. Look at Gareth Southgate, doesn't have the wheels to catch up to it, and Batistuta rips a lawnmower job right inside of the post. Mijatovic coming through, beautiful ball, fed right through. Rui Costa fed Mijatovic in the first half. Mijatovic returns the favour to Batistuta, and Batistuta buries it just inside of the post. What a brilliant goal scorer this man is, and he hasn't played like since about May.
Well, in fairness to him, we remarked about how poorly he did play on Friday night. It's a different guy tonight.
Well, he got that game under his belt because he didn't get called up for the game that Argentina and the US played, where the US beat them. He wasn't called up for Copa America. And those two are having quite a struggle. They were involved in a titanic struggle that you were involved in too last year in the World Cup. Batistuta and Southgate, that epic game between England and Argentina. That time Southgate had no answer. I mean, it just ran right by him. Look at him. I mean, there's nobody. Right is there, but it's just a case of him. Watch this. He keeps it low. He keeps it away from the keeper. The keeper had no chance on it. You're going to see what James saw coming out to him. All he sees is a blur go by him into the corner of the net. What a strike.
And Mijatovic set him up. Fiorentina really controlling the game now. That was a huge goal for them to get. Here are your subs that came on at halftime. Boateng is gone, so is Thompson, and so is Watson. Delaney, you would think, might help them by pushing forward, but now they're down by 3 goals.
Well, now they're really susceptible to the back. They've got to push everybody forward now to try to get a goal back, get themselves back into the game. And the way the counter-attack has been working for Fiorentina, that could be a disaster for them.
Fiorentina made no changes at the start of this half. Petterini's pass blocked. Fabio Rosito. And that foul was called by Tim Whalen. Ehiogu.
Ehiogu has been very, very controversial, calling on Aston Villa to buy players and make sure they improve their situation in the Premiership.
Knocked out by Fiorentina. Throw-in coming up for Aston Villa.
I suppose he has a case. I mean, you've got to go back to 81, the last one, the championship in England, and then the one what is now the Champions League to beat Bayern Munich in 82 in the final of the European Cup.
Delaney spun around. Fiorentina gets possession. You see how big the penalty kick save was by Tolo when you go back. Yes, Dion Dublin shot it at him, but anytime a goalkeeper makes that stop, I mean, he's guessing the right way, even if he's fortunate. It's a key play in the game as the subs are all up. There's Oliveira, Tarozzi. They're all up, so I expect Fiorentina to make some changes. Abel Balbo, who scored the other night.
Well, it's amazing. Balbo and Batistuta end up playing together now. The two of them started off their career in Argentina with Newell's Old Boys, and Balbo scored 9 goals in 23 games there, and Batistuta 16 games and scored 4 goals. It didn't last very long with the club, just one season before they moved on, but two of them have the same kind of roots.
Here's Rui Costa, blocked by Wright, and the foul goes on Fiorentina. Olivia working so hard. He'll work for 90 minutes or as long as he's out there. And Dublin fouls. Had he scored earlier on that penalty kick, different game, it would have been 2-1 before the half had ended.
Well, you're going to see Repke here. Repke really embellishes this as he gets a little bit of a push. Well, what can I say?
Here's Rui Costa coming back. Mijatovic. And now Karimi. Felt like the looks of this Fiorentina side. They've improved themselves greatly over a third-place finish from a year ago. And they don't even have all of their better players here. Batistuta has it blocked.
Well, they'll be playing pretty soon in the preliminary of the Champions League. It looked like for a while last year they were really going to give a good shot to the Scudetto race.
The Batistuta injury took him right out.
But you could say the same for Aston Villa. I mean, Aston Villa was sitting on top of the Premiership for the first almost the first 2 months, maybe a little bit longer, and all of a sudden they just did a fade lead.
There's Draper leaving it off. Dublin's touched back, and now it's picked off. Draper did well to win it with Hendry. Here's Mark Draper putting it into space, but Toldo comes way off his line to come up with the ball. You're watching our coverage here on ESPN of the DLJ Direct Gotham Cup from Giant Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Mijanovic, and then a couple from Batistuta. One on a penalty kick, and then that last one in the 48th minute of a nice feed from Mijanovic. With Tommy Smith, I'm John Paul Della Camera. Fiorentina can smell that Gotham Cup trophy, and Batistuta sniffing around for a hat-trick, too.
Well, they have it certainly firmly in their sights. The things about Aston Villa is they're really an English team. I mean, you look at their lineup tonight, JP, 10 out of the 11 starters are all born in England, which is very unusual to find in the Premiership nowadays.
Batistuta trying to play it back to Rui Costa. That's broken up. Batigol comes back for it. Push from behind. Here's Batistuta, the shot save. Oh, the hat trick was there for him. What a blast.
Well, Rui Costa dug it out for him.
There's Henry. Taylor. Fiorentina nearly went up 4-0. And this is the final game of the Gotham Cup. Panathinaikos gives it up in the right. D'Olivia. Back for Repka. His team missing, at least from this trip, players like Heinrich and Torricelli, who play so well at the back.
Well, Repka certainly more has been a central defender here in the second half than he was in the first half. Torricelli will be a good addition to this team as well. He's a great work rate.
Diogo plays it back. Dion Dublin. 11 goals last year for Dublin.
Well, it's just one of those nights when things are not going the way Dublin would like them to go.
They're just glad he's healthy after the knee problems that he's had in the past.
There were big rumours that he wasn't going to be able to come to the States at all. In fact, that he would miss the beginning of the season, but he's fine. He did a while with Manchester United, never caught on with Manchester United. Cambridge as well.
There's Benarini pushing it back. Upfield, Batistuta. Rui Costa. Oh, Mijanovic wanted the ball then. Instead it goes wide right for D'Olivia. Angelo D'Olivia holds, finds Rui Costa. Takes on Taylor in the dribble. Looked like he was trying to shoot that ball. It's deflected, and he'll just let it go out for a throw-in. Rui Costa plays it outside. Okan looking for Batistuta to the outside. Big shot off Benarini is deflected. David James slows it down.
That one wasn't even going close to the target.
James getting ready to put this one back in play. Feyenoord versus Ajax coming up. It's the Dutch Super Cup Sunday, August the 8th. Check your local listings for the time in your area. Off a block. Joachim, shot, blocked. Todo almost got caught. Here's Dublin, settling. Can't get around the defense, and I thought he dove. At least from up here, it looked like he embellished it.
Well, the referee is just going to give the goal kick. Padalino involved inside. Dublin knocks the ball down. Padalino's gone back with him. And the two players just went down. The referee wasn't going to give anything for that. You see Dion Dublin reaching for the ball a little bit. He does catch Padalino with the boot. Interesting story coming out of Spain that one of the former Barcelona goalkeepers, Jesus Angay, has just signed to play with the Denver Broncos. He's going to be a kicker with the Denver Broncos. And would you believe Cruyff is his father-in-law? He's married to Cruyff's daughter. Good story coming out. Spaniard, he left playing goal to play with the Barcelona football team, American football style, and now he's going to play with the Denver Broncos.
Barry's pass now to Henry. Lee Henry up the middle. Back for Barry. Barry will swing it wider to right. Henry back for it to Taylor. And Taylor lobbing it up. Henry back for Taylor. Here's Taylor. Draper.
this possession is going nowhere. I mean, they're holding on to the ball, they're working it around well. I mean, it's good for the pre-season, all right? It's as many touches on the ball, but he's certainly not going to help you win a game.
Delaney, 1v1. He was good in that role the other night. He stumbles through, plays it across, and a miss. Straight at the middle, though. A shot by Taylor, saved. Tolo's got the rebound.
Oh, Thompson had a swing and a miss. The ball comes across Delaney, pushes the ball towards the byline and does well to hold on his feet. Watch this, Delaney doing very, very well here. Fighting off the tackle of Betterini. Look at that, swing and a miss. And he's out of there, and look at this one. Here's the low shot in. The low shot coming from the outside, and it was Taylor who had the shot. And Toldo doesn't handle it very cleanly, but he gets away with it. May have given Taylor the credit. It's Henry was the man who took the shot.
Delaney. Here's Henry. Trying to slide it through. Joachim has it blocked. Delaney over there on the near side. Draper holds. Trying to get Aston Villa on the board. It's up high, and DeLivio wasn't sure what that one was.
Oh, that ball had unbelievable curl on it, and Wright was nipping in behind DeLivio.
Corner kick, Aston Villa. 60th minute. Nice cool breeze now coming in a Giant Stadium. With all this tremendous heat. Settled by Dion Dublin. Trying to scoop it, he wants the handball. The referee, Tim Whalen, will hear none of it. Villa get it back. And Hiogu. Intended for Draper, instead Delaney. Almost got that instead, he really got it. At the very end.
Well, let's see, was Dion Dublin's appeal for a handball correct? He's going to try to flick the ball up. Watch what happens here. Oh, well, it's a shoulder ball. I think his whole body moved, and he just hit it with the point of his shoulder. I don't think he hit it with his hand.
Lee Henry to the outside. Delaney. Draper is open for the moment. A bending ball inside. Headed down and out now by Fiorentina. Hiogu trying to keep it going. Fiorentina trying to break out of the pack. Instead, it's Barry. Okan is there, and he fouled him.
Oh, we haven't seen Barry have that opportunity to pull that big trigger that he has. He has a brilliant shot, but Barry hasn't had too many opportunities for it tonight.
Taylor swings it out. Barry on the ground to Henry. Chested down by Repka. Wants some help, finds it in Panalino.
Well, Fiorentina have taken the foot off the gas a little bit here. Not a whole lot of urgency with them now leading 3-0.
Panalino up the middle for Batistuta to Okan. Batistuta's pass not a good one. He fights to win it back and then ends up on the turf. Draper. Delaney. Picked off by Fiorentina. And they don't keep it for long. Here's Henry in his 5th year with the team. Rui Costa got it away, just took it away from him. Puts his ball in his face. Well, you want to watch how to pass the ball effectively. Watch Rui Costa, number 10 for Fiorentina.
You know, he's one of those players that reads where the player is going to go very well. A good understanding. I'm going to see the tackle coming in here. Good, clean tackle as the break is made down along the side. Mijanovic is coming through. He just can't get onto the ball.
Here's Rui Costa. Touch back to Okan from DeLivio. Repka. Okan. And DeLivio plays it over to Repka. Rui Costa. 1v1 defended by Taylor. Fabio Rosito. Guerini. Sent by Repka to Panalino. Well, Aston Villa can't score without the ball, and right now it's been several touches for Fiorentina. them whistling too because the crowd's not happy with this.
You don't get any breaks playing against this Fiorentina team, and they'll see Balbo down there warming up. Well, the crowd came to see action and came to see goals. They didn't come to see Fiorentina holding onto the ball, and they're not very happy with the way Fiorentina holding onto the ball and the way Aston Villa cannot get it.
Delaney to the near side, 64th minute. Down the right side, here's Perini. All the way back to Repka. Was up on the sideline, so we're going to see him coming on. Stuta leaves it off. Perini. Panalino. Pasquale Panalino holds. And more whistles from the crowd at Giant Stadium. You hear whistles like this, you might be thinking it's a 0-0 game and they're taking the air out, but it's 3-0 actually. Fiorentina, pretty entertaining until this. Fiorentina straight ahead, and now Rui Costa blows by several Aston Villa players that got caught standing around off the foot of Batistuta. Here's Wright. Well, they almost lulled Aston Villa to sleep, but they almost got through.
You know what this game needs? 3 goals from Aston Villa.
I was wondering what you're going to say, and I was almost afraid to ask. Here's Delaney. Delaney will hold. He'll keep it on the ground. It's deflected by Fiorentina. They'll take it over. It's the final game, the championship match of the Gotham Cup, and Fiorentina are well in control of the 3-0 lead in the 65th minute.
Oh, not just in control of the scoreboard, JP. The Villa playing down there on the field. I mean, they're just waltzing around, just killing off the lot.
Steve Stone is up for Aston Villa. He's also getting ready to check in when they get the referee's attention. Repka on the right.
Well, Aston Villa's not had with their own cause at all. They're not putting any pressure on the back. And there's the old chorus of boos you always used to hear when the ball would be played back to the goalkeeper. Not too often you see that nowadays. Very, very seldom defenders play it back to the keeper like that.
Ehiogu settles it for Aston Villa. Taylor gets it back from Henry. Now to Barry, the former under-18 English captain. Repka gets some help from Panalino, back to the feet of Toldo. Toldo just holds it up. Now the clearance. Batistuta has stood up. Play continues.
Southgate and Batistuta still battling out there. Just wondering if Batistuta may be taken out now, or will he get to 90? Balbo's still up, warming, wants to come into the game.
Garrett Berry will switch it. 67th minute.
Well, the Villains just not doing a whole lot here.
Delaney. Dublin. Now it's Henry. All the way across for Berry. Looking to create a shot. Nice move. Cuts it inside, though. Trying to pass that ball instead of create his own shot back. And there was Dion Dublin. But Toldo was wide awake for that.
Toldo on Repka.
We're going to see the substitutions. We should see them now, and it's Batistuta's number that's going up. So the captain's armband will be passed somewhere else, and Batistuta will be replaced by Balbo, who's no slouch himself, Tommy, at scoring goals.
Balbo, the first foreigner to score 100 goals in Serie A, and you're going to see him in Friday night's game. Watch how quickly he pounces on this one, and he's going to hammer it into the corner of the net. Great player, Balbo.
And Batistuta got a nice ovation coming out for Balbo. Batistuta is the player that people really came to see, and they have been treated to 2 goals. A far better performance from him tonight than the other night, not just because he got the goals, but he was more into the game tonight. He looked like the Batistuta we've seen.
Well, you know, they're 2 great goal scorers, and Batistuta looks in form tonight. You look back at Balbo's record, 231 games, 114 goals in Serie A. That's a pretty good attack-minded player, isn't it?
Yeah, Taylor's going to be replaced by Stone. And I suppose Batistuta, among others, would be considered as the tournament MVP with a couple of goals and 1 assist. There are several other candidates, but you would think that it will probably come from the winning side of this tournament. They'll award a crystal trophy to the team and to the MVP overall. Here's Delaney. Pushed back. Bending ball by Draper. Toldo. Toldo's had a lot of help today. His team has scored 3 big goals for him, and they've all been good ones. You had Mijatovic, Batistuta, and then Batistuta again.
Well, you know, you come to see the big goal scorers, and you certainly got them. Mijatovic, Batistuta, and Batistuta. That's the way to go. Looks like it's going to be a good year for Fiorentina if those players can combine like that.
Batistuta looking on. You wonder about the MVP trophy. You know, Tolo may have 2 shutouts before this is over. We'll see. Dublin. There was that jinx of him. Here's a shot. Side of the netting.
Oh, Toldo comes up with a huge save against Dion Dublin. Right coming up, trying to finish it off. You're going to see Toldo coming across. Watch the situation here. The shot from Dion Dublin. He tries to guide it in off the side of his foot. Great save by Toldo. He came across and punched it away. And right then had another opportunity.
Corner kick. Henry sends it across. Clear it out. Right. Going to the right side. Bending ball by Henry. And that's going to be cleared away by Repka. Steady at the back is Tomas Repka, the Czech Republic international. Corner kick coming up.
Well, you're going to see why Toldo's such a good goalkeeper, JP. Quick reaction here. He hasn't been in the game a lot. Has to dive across the side. Just punch this one away. Dion Dublin trying to put it in the top corner.
Joachim was looking for the rebound. It never came. Delaney puts it down. To get it back in the 71st minute. A bending ball, and Toldo goes down for that. Toldo, one of several outstanding goalkeepers that play in Serie A.
Well, I mean, there's so many good ones now. I mean, if you're a goalkeeper in Italy, it's very difficult to get onto the team. You have Buffon, Marchigiani, Peruzzi, Pagliuca, Toldo. I mean, you just go down the line, they're all there.
That's why it was rather strange to see an Italian team go for a foreign goalkeeper when Van der Sar was signed by Juventus.
It'll be interesting to see if it works out for them.
Push back to Delaney.
They had a little bit of trouble against an unknown team in the Intertoto Cup, not coming out with a goal, but they do advance to the next leg yesterday. One of the problems that Juventus, of course, have is scoring goals. That's one of the big bogeys.
This one's going to be knocked out, and they'll say goal kick.
You're going to see this driving towards the line, right, trying to drive towards it. That's actually Stone. He's down and he falls over the ball. He knocks it away.
Mauro Bresson is getting ready to come into the game. I think they're putting up the wrong number. They're putting him in for Delivio. You can see he put up number 5, but you can hear somebody say 7-7.
You hear Trapattoni shout 7-7.
So that's a substitution made. Bresson played the other night as a sub. Delivio is going to be a big help to this team. Huge help in many areas. He won't score any goals for them. If he's lucky, he might get 1 during the entire season. But that's not why they want him.
Well, he played in 187 games, JP, and he's only scored 3 goals. So I think you're pretty close to
right in the money.
He won't
right in the money.
Goals, so yeah.
Now that left side intended for Balbo.
Balbo, you look at him. Udinese paid 3.5 million for him. Roma paid 12 million for him. Parma paid 4 million. Now Fiorentina paid 2.5 million. So he's only lost $1 million in 12 years. I mean, even automobiles don't hold their value that well.
Toldo will clear. Watching the DLJ Direct Gotham Cup from Giant Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Mijatovic and Batistuta. Batistuta scoring twice. Fiorentina leading this one 3-0. Here's a big shot coming. It's smothered by the Fiorentina defense. A little juggling act in the process on the clearance. Pushed wide to the right side. Delaney. Delaney ahead for Dion Dublin. That's too far ahead. Fiorentina are back with it. Repka. Over 25,000 are watching this one tonight. Should be about 48,000 or so for the weekend tournament here.
Well, considering the weather, and this was the Metro Stars put on a huge weekend of football. 3 double headers, 2 games on Friday night, 2 games yesterday, and 2 games today. Mr. Leahy, Mr. Stilitano trying to do a big job of supporting soccer in this area, putting on good world-class players.
Fiorentina over there defending on the far side. Lee Henry makes the run, receives it. Catalino already with the 1 yellow card. And a little extra emotion at the end. And if he gets the yellow for that, his day's done. And he's getting a warning after blasting the ball off the advertising boards. Regular season, he's gone. From the far side, played across. And that was cleared out by Betterini. 75th minute. It is all Fiorentina. 3-0 lead in the championship match against Aston Villa, who beat Ajax the other night on penalty kicks. Delaney. Delaney holds. Hyogu. And Delaney couldn't get through. Physical play on the near sideline.
Oh, I'm sure Checky Gori, the owner of Fiorentina, is happy enough with his acquisitions. The way that Mijalovic has played out there, JP, is the first time we've seen him with him. And it looks like he's going to fit in very well. He fit in very well with Batistuta.
We said this the other night, too. Fiorentina are stronger just by the subtraction of Edmundo, who went back to Vasco da Gama. He didn't get along with the players in the team. He caused so much friction. As great a player as he was, there was turmoil on this team. And now you've got other players that will fit in much better, and some leaders out there. Delivio will help the chemistry of this team.
Well, when you stack Mijalovic up against Edmundo, you probably come up with Mijalovic a little bit up front, plus he's going to fit in with the players, which is a huge asset to the team.
Catalino coming through. Down to the left side. Here comes Fiorentina looking for more. Hyogu breaks that up. Rui Costa couldn't make that penetrating pass.
Just to recap on that, Edmundo, of course, the Brazilian player, and he didn't get along with a lot of the players. Himself and Batistuta just didn't get along, and they wouldn't pass one another the ball. There was all kinds of friction on the field.
You and I saw games where when Edmundo scored, they weren't celebrating like they would when anyone else scored. It was obvious, blatantly obvious.
And one man that was involved in the middle of it too, it was hard to figure out at times which side he was on, was the Brazilian who went to the Brazilian who came through Belgium, Oliveira. I mean, he suffered. I mean, a couple of years ago he was a great goal scorer for them. Last year he didn't have a good year at all.
He's ready to come on now on the bench. A couple players are up for Fiorentina. And here they come on the attack. Rui Costa. Down to the right side. The former Benfica star midfielder has him knocked out of play for a corner kick.
No, not yet, George.
They're trying to get the referee's attention, and I hear not yet, but we'll see. They're going to allow it. Oliveira is going to come on.
Yeah, and it looks like Amor is coming on as well, which is another surprise. We hadn't seen him at all. There's Oliveira, Belgium international by way of Brazil. And Oliveira, he's got so many good touches on the ball, JP. He's an expert dribbler. He knows how to take on players. He knows how to get himself into good position. There he just slips down into the empty net. Batistuta pushed it across to him.
Oliveira and Amor are coming on. So fresh legs and guys that can score coming on for Fiorentina. Played across. And David James will come up with it. So Mijalovic has left the match, and so has Rosito. Mijalovic did well today, scoring one, setting up Batistuta on another. Stone's cross. Tondo got a piece, and someone got a piece of him, Dion Dublin.
Well, Dion Dublin got a little bit too much of him. Can't hit the goalkeeper like that. Watch the ball coming across. Dion Dublin's break and his break down the middle. Taldo has his eyes on this one. May have come up a little bit underneath the ball. Even if he doesn't get touched, he may not have got onto the ball, but Repke was there to take it away.
Taldo won't back down from any collisions, standing about 6'5". He may win some of those.
And more coming on, JP. He's been a bit of a story. I mean, he got only 16 games with them last year. I mean, came across from Barcelona, won 5 championships with Barcelona. For some reason, he just didn't seem to fit in with Trapattoni's plans last year. Maybe he's better plans for him this year.
On the long ball, right sideline. Bresson. On the dribble, taking on a defender or two along the way. Bresson gives, and Balbo trying to give it back. Dillon will take it over. 79 minutes gone. Fiorentina leads 3-0. Goals by Mijalovic and 2 by Batistuta. 1 on a penalty kick. If he joined us late, Toto stopped Dion Dublin on a penalty kick when the score was 2-0. Another whistle to stop play. Ball belongs to Fiorentina. From the near side of the throw-in from Betterini. Adelino down the middle towards Oliveira, and he'll knock that one upfield.
Well, it's kind of unusual to see Oliveira going down the middle. He normally likes to go down either flank.
Southgate feed to Henry. On the ground on the left wing. Not much has happened tonight with Joachim. He's had no room out there, no help. Cleared out of play. Corner kick is the signal.
Well, it's been a very disappointing night for Joachim. I mean, he played so well against Ajax, but tonight he's just had trouble down there. Repke has done a great job of curtailing any attacks that Aston Villa look like coming up with.
A ball driven across in the corner. Knotted down and cleared out. Play continues with the advantage call. Is Fiorentina. In a space. Oliveira has the wheels to catch up, but it's a bit too far in front of him.
Well, Oliveira, 11 members of the family, 15 years of old. He went to Belgium, and now he's a standard on that Belgium team.
Draper into the middle. Henry has it blocked. Fiorentina turns and looks for space. Rui Costa, a great dribbler and passer. Balbo is free into the box. He comes. Balbo's shot. And I thought James got a piece. Did he miss it? Yeah, he did. Goal kick. No offside flag up on Balbo, but he hesitated. I think he was thinking pass at first.
Batistuta saying if I was there, I might have put that one in. And, well, it's a very questionable looking call, but gets a good shot off. James comes out, cuts down the angle pretty good. Doesn't give Balbo a lot to shoot at on the near side. There's a lot of net on the far side if he had to be fit the square around him. Instead, he just swings it wide of the post.
Magnificent ball, though, again from Rui Costa. He knows when to hold it, when to lead it, when to square it.
I think he must be one of the greatest distributor of balls in the world. I mean, there's nobody can pass a ball like he can, for the distance he can, and on the move like he does. You see, pushing through here, you're going to see him go down. Studs are up.
83rd minute. Set for the restart. Draper. Three-man wall. Here's the shot. It's rising over Tolo. Well, Draper got too much underneath that ball. And Tolo will put it in play. Coach Gregory, not much to cheer for today, certainly. Though he had some good things going the other night. Men's final coming up Thursday with the 1999 Mercedes Cup. You can catch the action here Thursday or Friday. Check your local listings for the time in your area. Pushed all the way to the back. David James.
Oh, we said it's a big year for David James. A big year for Aston Villa with David James, you know.
Dangerous ball back. Look at Toldo. And the footwork. And then finally the clearance.
Oh, Toldo proves that he can wing it out of there as good as anybody. It looked like he was in a bit of trouble there as that ball came back very awkwardly to him. Couldn't pick it up.
He's had 2 solid games.
Well, he came up with at least 3 key saves against Panathinaikos. And tonight, of course, the penalty save was the key. That changed the game around. If Aston Villa score at that time, they're back into the game.
Push back to Toldo. And back it comes. Toldo up the middle. Rui Costa, another quick, good touch. More down the middle. Aston Villa now slowly will bring it up. 85th minute. Fiorentina will be the champions of the first annual Gotham Cup.
Well, I think the only thing that has to be decided now who gets the award as the most valuable player of the Gotham Cup.
From the left side, here's Fiorentina.
There's a lot of good candidates out there for it.
On the clearance, stolen away, Dion Dublin breaks in, Tolo's out, and he made that save. He's got Dion Dublin's number tonight.
He certainly has, and he'd get a few votes as the most valuable player of this tournament. The way he's played, JP, he's come up with some key saves. That was one-on-one on Dion Dublin. Dion Dublin, a good goal scorer, but Toldo denies him.
Rui Costa having a run. That's broken up. Over the halfway line. Bit of a stumble there. Right side, Delaney. Stone will switch it to right. Right, lifts it long. Headed across by Dublin, and it's cleared all the way out. 86th minute. It has been all Fiorentina in this championship match.
Well, once that the third goal went in early in the second half, that was the end of the story. You're going to see what happens here. Toldo, as he comes out on the ball here, quickly taken. It's a good counter-attack. Dion Dublin is definitely onside. He comes inside. Toldo just puts out that left hand and knocks it away. Stood his ground. Dion Dublin didn't get a whole lot onto it. Watch him coming inside. He's going to try to lift it over Toldo, and that big wing just knocks it away.
Back live. Aston Villa on the ball with Wright. Joachim. Stone. Henry. Delaney's open. First touch failed him. And then the second touch was worse as he passed it back to the men in purple. Fiorentina with Balbo coming back. Rui Costa makes the run. He got behind the defense. Rui Costa's in. Shot and a goal. Fiorentina score again.
Right down through the middle. Rui Costa runs onto it. He hesitates to see if he's onside. He is onside, and he just flicks it by the keeper. Look at this. Brilliant run in. This is the way you finish. And Rui Costa just runs her around the net. Runs right through and off the side of his foot. Great, great finish.
He's the one that normally makes that killer pass, but instead he received it into space. Made a great run, and as you say, he really stopped for a split second. I thought he gave up with the ball, too, that maybe he didn't have the wind to get it. It's a great finish from Rui Costa.
Well, it's something we noticed last year, JP, in doing the Italian games, that he is more inclined to shoot nowadays than he would normally be. I mean, when he came across from Benfica to Italy after winning a championship with Benfica, he was more or less a set-off man. He did all the hard work on the midfield, and he ran the engine room. Now he's a little bit more adventurous, and it's starting to pay off for him.
Costa's first three thoughts were pass, pass, and pass, and now it's pass, pass, and then shoot.
Well, you know, when you can dribble like he can dribble, you cause a lot of problems for defenders, and if you can run onto it, I mean, when you look at Mijalovic, Chiesa, and you just wonder what kind of a year it's going to be with players like that added to the team to go along with Rui Costa.
89th minute, Fiorentina leading now 4-0. Pushed all the way back. Catalino. Valvo came to show for it and stolen by Lee Henry. Venturini to Valvo. Valvo holds into space again, it goes. James came out to clear it. There was no one back there to help him out. Got it down now to Delaney. Draper. Push to the far side for Stone, or make it right. Wright will hold on and give. Draper. Stone, a bending ball. Not bending enough, and Tolo's got it.
Well, you're going to see why Rui Costa's so good. Watch this pass. Balbo slips it right down through the middle. Rui Costa, he stopped and then he goes ahead. He scored 10 goals in Serie A last year. He'll score a few more if he keeps playing like that, JP. That was a pretty finish.
Aston Villa are back to win it. It's Barry. Henry. It's a tough way for Aston Villa to go out of this tournament after what they did on Friday. Looked like 1 minute of stoppage time to be added on. And then the trophy belongs to Fiorentina. Fiorentina up the middle. And a whistle and a stoppage, and no need to lose it here. Obviously, Aston Villa are frustrated. Yellow cards probably to both players here.
Lee Henry gets a yellow card.
But you don't want to see it break out here no matter who's frustrated, because it's been a good tournament to this point. Rui Costa, is he getting the yellow?
Well, you're going to see what happens here. Henry coming through, and he's coming from the back. He does a little bit of a trip job, and the two players get up. Exchange pleasantries. Bresson is the man who gets knocked down, and coming across, Ocon is the man who gets involved.
Ocon was the other player that got the yellow card. Lee Henry goes in the referee's book in stoppage time.
Well, it doesn't carry over anywhere, so it's a yellow card, no consequence.
Maybe that's the only one. Is that it? That'll do it. Tim Whalen puts a halt to the proceedings, and Fiorentina have won the first annual DLJ Direct Gotham Cup. It's a 4-0 shutout.
Oh, they did it with a lot of authority as well. I mean, they were really in control all the time.
Gabriel Batistuta named the tournament most valuable player. He had 1 assist the other night. He had a couple of goals tonight. The people's choice, spotting goal. That's why a lot of the 25,000, I'm sure, came out to see him play, and played it tonight. Trapattoni gets another win. Although it's preseason, you always like to win the trophies.
Well, you certainly do, and Batistuta's another piece of silverware to go on his shelf. And Trapattoni hopes that, you know, it's the first of many that haven't won a championship since 69 and won one before that, 56. He'd love to get another one now.
Some brilliant performances tonight. Batistuta was one of them. Mijalovic was another. Rui Costa looked brilliant, and of course Tolo gets 2 shutouts in this tournament, so he played well. Got to feel sorry for David James leaving. Not many chances did he have tonight on the goals that were scored by Fiorentina. Francesco Tolo walking out. He knows that his team gets to hoist the Crystal Trophy as the 2 goalkeepers embrace and talk it over. Fiorentina wins the match 4-0. They're the champions of the first annual DLJ Direct Gotham Cup. We're coming back to Giant Stadium to close it out for you.